I'm trying to find the positive comments, just found nothing. Phone 3 was not worth the wait. They did good by hiding the S for 2+ years. This was going to be my first nothing phone, not anymore, lol. Bring back the glyph. Happy July Fools. Top 10 betrayals. These are the latest comments on the Nothing Phone 3 launch livestream. And let's just say things are not looking good for nothing. And I agree with these people. Like a 6.67-inch OLED display, which is not even an LTPO one, it's an LTPS powered by the Snapdragon 8S Gen 4 with Gorilla Glass 7i for the display protection isn't something that people will want to pay 80,000 rupees on. Yes, that's the official Nothing Phone 3 pricing for its base 12 to 56GB variant and around 90,000 rupees for the 16,512GB variant. Whereas it's a made in India product. Yet the US prices are much lower than the Indian pricing, like $789 when converted equals to around 68,000 rupees, not 80,000 rupees. So what's the point of calling it a made in India product first of all? Like at this price point we already have got something like the Samsung S24 Ultra. Yes, it's a last gen phone, but it's one of the best flagship premium smartphone that you can buy around 80 to 85,000 rupees on Amazon, sometimes even without sales. Or you can get something like the iPhone 16 or Samsung S25, or even save up some money and get the OnePlus 13. I was watching the live stream and the viewership went from like 45,000 to around 10,000 as soon as they announced the pricing. Like not only us the Indians but even the West is also equally as disappointed as us, even the top reviewers.
So overall, nothing about the Nothing Phone 3, at least right now, is blowing me away.
Like the live stream lacked any sort of energy, as if they didn't even want to launch this product. Or like they were forced to launch this one, which ended faster than some teenage relationship, followed by a couple of minutes of disco dancing by nothing as usual. No showing of any features or specs or anything. Nothing. Like I haven't seen such a boring launch event since I don't even know. And the design, like I have been arguing with people about Nothing's design choice since they came out into the smartphone market, and the glyphs, even though they weren't as useful, became an identity and a cool aesthetic about Nothing smartphones. So this year they removed it and gave it a coin-sized dot matrix display, which is way less useful now. Like people won't care about this as this has nothing practical. Like who wants to play stone paper scissors with their phone? I'm not that lonely. And the design is so weird and I want to say stupid that it looks like they didn't make this in 2 years, more like they made it like 2 minutes before the live stream. Heck, even this Tecno Pova has better design than this phone. It still has the transparent back with most probably a Gorilla Glass Victus Plus protection with aluminum side frames and a capacitive clip button to change modes on the dot matrix display. Again, what's the point? Also, this now has an IP68 water and dust protection rating. The display is a 6.67-inch about 1.5K. I don't really want to say it's a 1.5K, but it's around that. 120Hz LTPS OLED display, not even an LTPO display for this price, which is crazy, with 1600 nits of high brightness mode and up to 4500 nits in peak brightness. And to top things off, we get a Gorilla Glass 7i display protection, not even the Gorilla Glass Victus Plus used in the back, for 80,000 rupees. The phone is powered by a Snapdragon 8S Gen 4, again for 80,000 rupees. That's nuts to even consider this in the first place. At least last year Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 must have been there, even though that wouldn't also have justified this hilarious pricing. You do get 12GB of LPDDR5X RAM with 256GB of UFS 4.0 storage or 16GB of RAM and 512GB of storage as the higher variant, but I think that's a normal thing for this price. Nothing extraordinary. But it also comes with a USB 2.0 port. Yes, a so-called flagship with a USB 2.0 port at 80,000 rupees. Great job, Nothing. Cameras have been upgraded but with a twist. All the 3 rear cameras are now 15 megapixels, like 15 megapixel OmniVision sensor for the main camera, 15 megapixel JN1 ultra wide angle camera, and another 15 megapixel JN5 3x periscope lens, which is actually a downgrade over the 3x periscope lens found on the Nothing Phone 3a Pro. Like it has way less sensor size, and a 15 megapixel JN1 front selfie camera. The camera still looks promising and can deliver some good results, but I don't think it's gonna be 80,000 rupees promising. The software is as usual the clean Nothing OS running on top of the Android 15, but Nothing promised it will get Android 16 very soon, and this phone promises about 5 years of major software updates and up to 7 years of security updates, which is nice but not 80,000 rupees nice. Still no proper usage is given to the essential button with basically no AI features introduced. The battery has been upgraded too, that's around 5500 mAh thanks to the silicon carbide inside with 65 watts fast charging, that's also nice, and 15 watts wireless charging, which is also nice. But again, is it 80,000 rupees nice? Do let me know. There is not a single thing about this phone that sets it apart from the competition around 80,000 rupees zone. You can't just sell a phone whose hardware is basically above average only with good software optimization and call it a flagship. There at least should have been the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor or the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 at least. It basically doesn't even stand a chance against the Samsung S24 Ultra or even the OnePlus 13 when it comes to price to performance ratio. Like tell me Nothing, what is it that would make me spend 80,000 rupees on a sort of a mediocre phone and not pick pick up like a Samsung flagship or an iPhone instead. I can see only reviewers and hardcore nothing fans even consider buying this and no one else. And if you are planning to buy this, then don't. Please don't. And this one would definitely get a big price cut in the upcoming Flipkart BBD sale or GIF sale, wherever it ends up, as I don't think so it is gonna sell well anywhere on this planet. Only get this if you want to, if it comes around 45,000 rupees or even around 50,000 rupees price range. But even then I think it would be a tough sell. I was waiting for this eagerly and it all went to waste. Nothing speaks good about this phone mainly because of its current ridiculous pricing. And at one point I was making myself believe that this might be a joke pulled out by Carl Pei. But it looks like it's not. Nothing just made the iPhone 16e's launch price justified in front of this, and maybe even the upcoming Samsung S25 FE's launch price would be also justified in front of this one. It just makes the Samsung S25 Edge and the Pixel devices pricing make sense. And here I was thinking that Oppo and Vivo makes overpriced smartphones. Watch out guys, you've got a good competitor. As a tech fan, I'm disappointed on nothing. Not that it matters, but man, what the hell Carl Pei, what were you thinking? And here's some other videos to at least lift up your mood a little bit, so go give them a watch. And till the next one, this was Rideep. See you guys.